plant some tomatoes. It helps if you've already planted seeds some time ago and your plants are at this stage. I bought plug plants which were considerably smaller than this a few weeks ago and put them into pots about 3 weeks ago, and they're now at the stage of going into a pot. I can see the roots starting to come through the bottom, so there are plenty of roots. So I'm just about to go and put them into big pots. I've done 3 already, so I'll do the last 3 and that'll do me for the day. Great. 1 tomato, 2 tomato, 3 tomato, 4, and room for 1 more. It's been a couple of days now since I planted these tomatoes. I thought I'd let you see them again, tell you a bit more about them and see where we go next. Let's grab one of them. You can see how deeply I've planted it in the container, right up to the bottom leaf. The kind of tomato is a tigerella. Tigerella gives you fruits which are yellow and red striped. It's described as an heirloom tomato, an old-fashioned type of tomato. I don't know how true that is, but I've read these things online. It's also described as indeterminate. Indeterminate means that when the tomatoes start to be produced from the flowers, they get produced at different times, as opposed to a determinate one would mean all the flowers arrive at the same time, all the tomatoes arrive at the same time, which is good if you're a producer of tomatoes and you want them for a supermarket or something like that. But for use in the house, you want them maturing at different times during the week so you can pick and eat as they appear. You don't want a glut all at the one time. So they're heirlooms, they're indeterminate, and they grow, I'm told, to about 9 foot. So that means to the top of this greenhouse if I let them. I want to do that. When they get to about 5 or 6 foot, I'll pinch out the top and that will stop it going higher after that. But for now, what you have to do, if I zoom in a little bit closer for you, maybe. You might see that there are little branches. You see that one there? Little side branches coming out in the axil of the leaf. Where the leaf comes out, where it joins a stem, is called the axil. So these bits here are bits you don't want growing. They're just little shoots. You can tell them little leaves, little shoots. So what you do with those is you just carefully with your fingernails and your fingers pick them out and throw them away. Now, the benefit of that is it means your tomato is not going to become bushy. It's going to go up like a standard form of a plant or a tree. So any little ones like that. Now what you have to be careful of not doing is pinching out the flowering stalks when they appear, but they'll appear part way up. They won't be appearing at the axil there. So that's it. So for the time being, oh, this is interesting. You can just see, don't know if you can see it, the flowers are starting to appear just between my fingers there. So that's great, little flower buds. Now that tells me this is time to start feeding the plants as well. So I'm going to get some tomato feed and put some on. That will be the first feed. Okay, I'm a wee bit premature with this. It says start feeding when the first truss of tomatoes stem with small green fruits has set. This is for the greenhouse. If it's outdoor tomatoes, start feeding when the second truss has set. Okay, the truss of tomatoes is that small bunch of flowers coming out, but it should be the stem with small green fruits visible. It's not at that stage yet, so I'm a little bit early. So I'll just give them a water and call it a day at that. Hello again. It's been less than a week since I planted those tomatoes in the greenhouse. Have a look and see how well they've done since I planted these. We've had a couple of stormy days. Today's been really windy. Yesterday was really rainy. So let's have a look. These really need some things done. I talked before about picking out the axillary buds which might start developing. So I've done that here already. Most of them, there's a little one down there which needs to go. Let's see if I can get it before it develops. Gone. And that's what I was saying about the flowers. There's the flowers coming out, and the flower stalks, the trusses of flowers as I call them, don't come out at the axil, they come out part way up. This bit's called the internode on the stem. These are the nodes where the leaves come out of the nodes, and these parts here are the axils of the nodes. So if I pinch that one out as well, that's good, it can go. More flowers coming there, so we'll leave that alone. And look, it's coming out on the internode, so don't pinch that away or you don't get any tomatoes. But this one here can go because it's in the axil of the leaf. Okay, any more? Check before they start to develop as big things that are difficult to remove without damaging the plant or introducing infection. Okay, that's fine. I'll do one or two others and then leave it alone for a couple of days until these little tomato trusses produce the tiny tomatoes they're talking about. I may have to pollinate these with a paintbrush if there aren't many bees around. Just take a fine paintbrush, dabble it about between the flowers to spread the pollen to make sure we get tomatoes swelling up. Okay, let's do a few more because I think others need bits taken out as well. Okay, let's get the rest of them. That one there is massive becoming. Yeah, this one's the biggest of the lot, I think. Yeah. What's it got? Yep, there's one there. Needs to go. One there needs to go. That's really one at the bottom. Get rid of that as well. And that one. Remember, the aim is to make it grow tall and straight without side branches becoming shrubby. But don't pinch out the flower stalks, the trusses. That can go. And there's your flower stalk there, part way up. That's okay. Any more? That's alright. Let's do another one. Oh, look at the size of that one. That one is again rather big, but we'll just risk taking it off. So I mean, you can damage or taking that leaf as well. Never mind. That was bad of me, but let me help now. This should stop a lot of the goodness going into making side branches and all of the goodness going into making tomatoes on the main stem. That's it, tied it up. Well, that was a good job, well done. That's what I've achieved from it. This lot here for the compost. The next stage will be in a few days' time, I think, when the first set of tomatoes start to appear as tiny green tomatoes. I'll give it a feed. And then I'll need to think about tying them up to something. So I'll tie them up to this line. It should be okay from last year. It's shared with my grapevine, which is up there. I'm hoping for a few bunches of tiny grapes this year again. Yeah, okay. As I said, the weather's taken a change. It's a bit chillier now. Hence woolly hat and tartan shirt. So I'm going to go in and have my dinner. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Cheers. If you enjoy looking at my garden and greenhouse and what I'm up to in the garden, why don't you subscribe? And in a few weeks you can see how we're progressing with various things, including these tomatoes as well as onions and other things that I'm doing. Thanks for watching.